Good day, everyone, and welcome to Ask a Pathfinder's Player Advice. Today, we will be talking about playing lawful characters. Let's proceed orderly to it. G'day guys and welcome once again. Yes, that's right, we're going to be talking about alignment-based characters, and right now we are going to be discussing lawful characters. Some people say that the lawful characters are kind of like the fun-sucking characters, but look, give them a chance. I personally love playing lawful characters, and there is definitely a way that you can have fun with them, and your players can have fun with them, and everyone can have a great time. But as always, I'm going to start these character advice videos with the same thing. If you are going to make any alignment-based character, do not, and I repeat, do not swing for the fences. That's right, do not reach to try and make the most lawful character you've ever seen. Do not try and be this paper pencil pushing adventurer who sits there and says, well, you can't really do that. Stop. Listen, you must abide by my rules, and if you do not, you will receive a right telling off. No, doesn't happen. I don't know why my lawful characters are all British, but they are. So, how do we play a lawful character? What do we do to really get the most out of our lawful type characters? First of all is to establish our code. Now, this is something I think a lot of people just gloss over. They truly underestimate the benefit of having a code written down for yourself on pen and paper. The code is not necessarily the code of the land. The code is your code, something that you will unequivocally follow. Now, some people try to bypass this by having a very loose code. My code is, I'll do what I want. My code is that I will always try and lie for my own benefit. This is not a code. That's just nonsense. A code is something that you impose on yourself in order to try and better yourself. And that is really where you want to look at. What is my code, and why did my character set that code? Now, for some people, this could be you joining the Paladin's order or the Cavalier's order and getting a code given to you. A Paladin might be a Paladin because he was born to it. My father and his father before him were Paladins, and they wanted me to be a Paladin, so I was raised with this code in mind, and when I went to the church, they accepted me, and I accepted the code, and this is what I adhere to. I will not lie, I will not cheat, I will not steal, I will always uphold the truth, honor, and the, Parisian way. Whatever the case may be, that is you following your code. So establishing it and having it written down will help structure your character and put them in a position where they are understood by your fellow teammates. Because nothing is more frustrating to your teammates than when you suddenly come up with a rule. When you suddenly decide, well, no, today I am going to be a person who is against gambling. So we are not going to go to the casino. Nope, sorry, everyone. Yes, no, my code says that I am not allowed to gamble as of just then, which I have just told you now. Yeah. Why are you all looking at me? Anyway, so that's one thing you want to do. Establish your code. Number 2. Is you want to be okay when other people do not follow your code. Now understand, I've got a second part to this, but right now we're just looking at people who do not follow your code are not the enemy. Do not play a paladin and say that anyone who tries to lie and cheat is suddenly acting out against your church and you must take a big sword and hit them. That's not the case. That's not how it works. You might be a paladin of Iomida and you need to stop the great evils of the world. And as I, truly believe, stealing stuff from a shop is chaotic, not evil. A paladin might give this person a stern talking to, might redeem that person, might try and convince him to give up his ways, but he certainly will not turn around, pick up his sword and say, all right, you are evil, you are to be smoted, and I will smote you for not following my rules. Again, that's not how it works, not what you should be doing. Play those consequences out. If someone is doing something that is against your code, if your code isn't to go and interfere with him, then maybe take on the role of a mentor. Take on the role of someone who's trying to guide another player or another character into being what, you believe yourself to be. The second half of this is when someone is opposing your code. Now again, person not following your code, completely different to person opposing your code. Now this is someone who is directly trying to interfere or stop or provide an obstacle for you to fulfill your own code. And in this case, you are at a standoff. This is where your party needs to be lenient. No one in your party, without your consent and without you, sort of talking it, should be playing something that is in direct opposition to your code. Because it just puts you in a position where you have no choice. You have to choose either being lawful or breaking your character. And no other player should really be doing that without discussing it with you first. If I am playing a evil character and I'm going to pretend like I am the chef for the group and decide to feed, tiny puppies to my paladin, who's a vegetarian, and lie to him about it because I've got 20 in bluff, ha 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 ha, well, okay, that's me being a douche. And you shouldn't do that. You should not be trying to actively oppose a lawful character's code. You should be aware of what it is, and you should be working with it. Now, this also includes kind of like playing evil characters in a good game, so I'll kind of talk on this as well. If you are going to break the law, right, and the person you're dealing with is a lawful character who may follow the law of the land, and I am a lawful citizen, I will always follow the law, and you say need to suddenly get some information from the police precinct without anyone knowing. Now obviously the lawful character might turn around and say, well, we can't really break into police headquarters, that's kind of immoral. What you could potentially do is you could work with them. Listen, I need you to go to the police station, and I need you to talk to some people, find out what you can, and then come back and let us know. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'll absolutely do that. Lawful character goes off to go chat with the police. You then, while he's talking to the police, sneak in the back and try and steal what you need to steal. This is not you being a douche. This is not you just breaking the law because you can. This is you fulfilling a role that your lawful person can't. Your lawful person can't break the law, but you are still providing them something to do, you're still chatting with them, you're still including them in the group, and you are still fulfilling what you need to do. The lawful person, in return, should not be trying to catch out this. You shouldn't be trying to unveil it. It's not a secret. It's not something that you need to discover and stop. You need to let that stuff happen, right? You need to do what you can as a lawful character to allow the group to take those chaotic actions and for you to cover yourself. So in this case, yes, I will go and talk to the police officer. And as I'm talking to the police officer, I see my comrade, climbing through a window. So officer, what more can you tell me of the state of affairs with your wife? I mean, you might not be great at lying, but you're not lying at that point. Omission is kind of dishonorable in a way, but at the same time, any good GM won't penalize you for it because you're still working for the group, you're still trying to do this, and of course, your follow-up is equally as important. Pull that person aside and say, what the bloody hell are you doing? What are you playing at? Oh, I will not be duped by you again. Oh. And always do that as well, like shake your fist and like make the noise like, oh. Someone remix that. We'll make like a video, like dubstep. No. Anyway, so lawful characters can be a lot of fun, and they can work in a lot of different groups. You just need to make sure that you are open-minded, and that you're allowing your players to work around your code, but not oppose it. Alright guys, well I hope this really helped out. If you want some really good ideas for some Pathfinder characters that are lawful, personally, have a read on the Hellknights, because the Hellknights are the single best Pathfinder faction, in my opinion. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. Come get me. If you play Pathfinder and you have a better faction, leave it in the comments below. I'll fight you for it. But I love the Hellknights. The Hellknights are awesome. Like, the lawful, yes, they sound like evil, but they're not. They're just lawful. They are the purest form of law in the world of Galarian, and I love them to bits. Every single order, every single one of them. So yeah, if you want to have some really good ideas on how law works, take a look at the Hellknights and try and make one of those characters, because they are awesome. So anyway, continuing on. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this and can't wait to see more of our alignment-based character building chats, then hit that subscribe button and tune in as we go through this big process If you have any questions for Ask a Pathfinder that you'd like me to make videos about or write articles, then leave a comment below. We do a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook at facebook.com/askapathfinder, as well as chats on our Discord channel, which link will be floating around somewhere. If you want to help us out and make this show great, then go over to our Patreon website, and as little as $1 a month, you can become one of our cheeky goblins. I mean, that literally covers rubber bands for us, so, you know, every little bit helps. And as always, guys, till next time, keep your dice rolling and make sure your ideas stay mindworm free. Have a good one.